Hey everyone, welcome to the movie guys. I'm Mike, and this is my review of the new movie, Twisters.
The once-in-a-generation tornado outbreak continues across Oklahoma.
We've never seen tornadoes like this before, and we need your help.
No, I don't chase anymore.
Kate, we can save lives.
I'll give you 1 week.
All right, fellas. We got PhDs from NASA, FEMA, and Kate.
She's the smartest person I know.
Hey, dudes. This is interesting. Who are they?
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler. If you feel it!
Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death.
You know, our crew is not like your crew.
I can't breathe and I catch my breath.
This new installment is directed by Lee Isaac Chung. He directed the 2020 film Minari. I can't say that I've seen the film myself, but I'm interested to check it out after I've seen Twisters. To talk about what he's done with this film, I was very impressed by the visuals and the direction that Lee Isaac had provided here. You know, with the first film directed by Jean Devant in 1996 with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, I thought he did a very good job of capturing the spirit of the original 96 film and making it feel like it's a part of the same universe.
Guys, you gotta get out of here, do you hear me?
While not necessarily called a reboot or a sequel, Twisters, I believe, does take place in the same universe as Twister, because I think if there's actually a third film to this, I think they could actually bring Helen Hunt back for a joint film with all the cast from Twister and then Twisters and make it as one big legacy sequel. Daisy Edgar-Jones plays Kate Carter. We get a great sequence at the beginning. The first 5 minutes of the film is Kate with her boyfriend and a few of her other college friends. They're trying to get a grant. And her experiment, which we also see Dorothy 5, which is also another connection to the first film, which is why I'm a firm believer this is a sequel to Twister. There's so many Easter eggs thrown out throughout the film that I believe it is all the same universe. So we get this great sequence where they're trying to get the Dorothy 5 parts into the storm so Kate can find a way to manipulate twisters and tornadoes, and it results in one hell of an opening sequence being chased by an F5 tornado. And I'll get into a little bit of spoiler territory here. All of her friends and her boyfriend get killed. She is the sole survivor of it all. The only person that survives is Javi. That's because he's actually not a part of the group running from the tornado. He's on the outskirts, communicating with them via walkie-talkie. It's a great sequence. I think it's a great way to open the film. It's exciting, it's exhilarating, it's intense, and there are some incredible visuals in those first 5 minutes.
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler. If you feel it, chase it! I said if you feel it, chase it! All right, here we go.
I think Daisy Edgar-Jones does a fantastic job throughout the film. I really liked her character of Kate Carter. I thought her performance was just, I felt a connection to her character. I felt as though, like, she lost her friends early on. She kind of lost her way. She becomes a person working for the National Weather Service in New York, and it isn't until Anthony Ramos' Javi comes to her asking for her help because he has a way to do more with experimenting on tornadoes, and he knows that she is the only one that can help with this. Later on in the film, we meet Glenn Powell's Tyler Owens. Now, if you don't know Glenn Powell, he was Hangman in Top Gun Maverick, and then he also played in Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney earlier this year. Glenn Powell is becoming quite the star. He's becoming quite the leading man, and I think there's going to be more of him coming, especially since we're getting a remake of The Running Man with him later this year, and then we're also talking about getting a Top Gun 3 down the road as well. But I like the Tyler Owens character. At first, he's very snarky, douchey, cocky, smug SOB, and Kate wants nothing to do with him. She thinks he's an asshole, which he is in the beginning. I mean, like, she literally lays out that he has his face on a t-shirt. Now, mind you, any person that I know puts their face on a t-shirt themselves probably is a cocky, smug son of a bitch. So it makes a lot of sense that she feels this way. But later on in the film, we get some connection moments where she's able to kind of relate to him, and he's able to relate to her. And we start seeing some genuine chemistry between them that actually really works. And I think that the film does a great job of building their chemistry throughout, where a lot of films make the mistake of making us just feel instant chemistry between them, and then just jumping into a situation where they end up in bed or they end up together. And this film doesn't do that. It takes its time. It makes you relate to their characters. It makes their connections feel real, and to let that relationship develop slowly and work, which it really does as we get to the third act of the film. One of my personal favorite characters actually was Anthony Ramos' Javi, because I like the relationship he has with Kate. You can tell that he always has had feelings for her, and in the beginning you kind of feel for him because it's like that she never really took notice of him, and that he was always the guy in the background versus being the guy that she wanted to date. So later on in the film, when she starts getting closer to Tyler, you can see a little bit of Javi's jealousy coming out, and at the same time, him and Kate have this feud about kind of what happened at the beginning of the film that was years back, and I just think that their connection and their relationship is one of the basing foundations of this film, and I love that Javi brings her out of retirement and kind of brings the real her back as we slowly start to see throughout the film the real Kate come back to civilization. You will also notice David Cornsweet playing Scott, who works for the company that Javi's a part of. He is actually the future Superman. If none of you know, Superman, by the way, was being shot in my hometown of Cleveland, so that's an honor considering that Superman was created here in Cleveland. But it was kind of cool to get a chance to see him and kind of get used to him. I couldn't help but, while watching the film, that I was looking to see Superman qualities in his performance, and I did see glimmers of what I think his Clark Kent Superman could be. But in this film, he actually plays an asshole, and he plays the asshole very convincingly well. And by the time we get to the third act with his character as well, you are gonna literally hate him. But I'm interested to see what his version of Superman is going to be versus what he played in this film. The visuals in the film are spectacular yet again. I think my only gripe about the visuals is, we got a conversation with director Jean Devant from the director of the first Twister, and we have a new 4K release that just came out, and he talked about how they went back into the negatives and they made the sky green because right before a bad storm, the skies would essentially turn green. That's one thing I didn't notice in this film. I thought there were parts where the weather was bad and the sky looked a little bright for it to be a bad storm. But that's my only really one big gripe with the visuals. And maybe I'm not understanding of maybe how Oklahoma weather is versus Kansas weather from the first film. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't really know why that was done that way. But other than that, the visuals are spectacular. If there's one thing I would mention, I think one of the key elements here is that the first film, I believe, does the thrills of the tornado and running from them and the intensity a little bit better than this film. But where I think this film does better than the first Twister film is that this is a more personal story. And I like the fact that the movie really focuses on and makes it about Kate, what had happened to her, what she wanted as a kid, and what she wants for the world to be able to stop these disasters from happening. Because you'll see that they go to these different towns helping people out, and she really genuinely cares about being able to save these communities from being destroyed by tornadoes every year. It's hard for me to sit here and tell you which film is better, Twister or Twisters, because I think there are so many differences between both of them, and I don't think it would be fair to either film to say one is better than the other, because I think each film does something better than the other, whether it be the Twister sequences in the first or the personal stories in this film. If you watch Twister than Twisters, you're getting two really good films, and you're getting two different films, I feel, which is something that was a little unexpected to me, because I thought going into Twisters, I thought we were going to be in for more of a remake, not shot for shot per se, but following a lot of the same formula, and this film does just enough differently than the first film, where it really feels like a true sequel, and I think it really sets up a positively good legacy third film with Helen Hunt returning that I think would be quite excellent if they in fact do that. So in conclusion, Twisters does action really well. Not quite as good as the first film, but does it really well. The personal story is excellent. Better than the first film for that. And overall, good performances, good visuals, and an overly good time for a good summer fun film that is something that's really been missing in today's Hollywood films. So if you want to see a good, enjoyable summer flick and have a good time with it, Twisters is the film you want to see. So, in conclusion, I give Twisters...
Fear's the reason you do it. You don't face your fears, you ride them.
Holy,
You ever see anything like this?
not like this.
Hold on, hold on, hold on!
An 8.5 out of 10. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me on another Movie Guys review. I really appreciate everybody that's subscribing and giving us some viewership and some likes, but we need more. We need more, and I'm trying to grow this channel. So please, if you're watching the video on YouTube, please hit subscribe, please hit like, please comment. It's greatly appreciated. On TikTok, please follow us on TikTok, like us on TikTok, like the videos, comment on them. It's greatly appreciated, and I really hope you all are enjoying these. I wanted to keep doing these for you. Movies are fun, and I want to make this channel fun for every movie lover and make the reviews fun. I even made sure to do this review today in a laundry room, storm bunker looking room, because I wanted it to fit the Twisters motto. So I'm trying to do that with each review. I'm trying to make each theme fit the review as best as I can. It won't always happen, but I'm trying with certain films that are a little bit easier to do a theme for. So on TikTok, starting tomorrow, we will be moving to @WeAreTheMovieGuys. So be sure that if you are not following us or you want to search for us on TikTok, @WeAreTheMovieGuys will be the new username for us on TikTok. It's still the same as We Are The Movie Guys on YouTube, and We Are The Movie Guys on Instagram. So be sure to follow us everywhere on there for updates for new reviews, new 4K unboxings, and so much more. Coming up later today, I'm going to see the new the Long Legs film, which I'm finally going to check that out. Movie guy Jason and me are going to check that out. So be on the lookout for an instant theater reaction after that later. And then full review and instant theater reaction for Deadpool and Wolverine. That'll be coming soon, so I'll be checking that out probably tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that as well. A lot more 4K and Blu-ray unboxings are coming as well, so be on the lookout for those. And again, I really appreciate everybody that follows, likes. Please keep doing so. I want to grow this channel. So until next time, everybody, I'll see you on the next one. Uh-oh. Tornado's coming.